So first of all, could you briefly explain the SheFighter concept and the current state of play?
Yeah. So SheFighter is a first self-defense studio and academy for teaching women how to defend themselves from different types of violence. We teach women physically and psychologically through our self-defense system and training. It's a new system specialized only for women in different martial arts and to help women gain more confidence and standing up for themselves in society.
Right. And how did the idea come to you? Was there something specific that triggered your decision to start this adventure?
Yes, the idea came for me when I was at the university. I was already trained in Taekwondo. I had a black belt in martial arts, 3 Dan, and my friend at that time was abused by her brother and father. She came to university with bruises on her face. And then I realized that women are not, defending themselves in society. So I told her, why don't you try to report? She said, we cannot do anything. So I decided to take an action, and I decided to start teaching women self-defense in order just to help women and empower women how to stand up in our society and how to defend themselves. So I started at the basement of my parents' house, and after that I started getting more girls interested in our training.
All right. And what are the biggest obstacles you've had to face when you started this concept? How did society in general, as well as your most intimate circle, react to it?
Of course, when you start to change the mentality... It's good?
Yeah, another time.
Okay. Of course, when you start changing the mentality in society, or you have a new concept in society, you're gonna face resistance. So I started getting complaints, for example, about women that are not interested to be trained by a women's self-defense studio, by a female instructor, because they do not want to get out of their comfort zone because they are living in a certain way. And empowering women and telling them to stand up for themselves, it means that they have to go through a fight. And they do not want that. So it was really challenging at the beginning. Then I started getting more and more support coming from women and men in society. Then I started getting, as we are growing, we started getting bigger and bigger challenges. Like we got once sued by somebody whose wife was training at SheFighter, and she has to use self-defense against him in one of the arguments. And he got pissed off because she was defending herself, and he sued SheFighter for teaching her what to do in that situation. So as you grow, you're gonna get different challenges, but it's fine. As long as you get challenges, it means you are changing the society.
And did you feel like it was harder to attract investors due to your gender or due to the kind of project you wanted to promote?
Yes, it was always hard to attract. Well, at the beginning, I was not even thinking about investors. I just wanted to help women. I believed in my idea and my vision, and I wanted to end violence against women, and I wanted to empower women. But then later on, the business grew, and we started having hundreds of trainers, and they want to work. So I started thinking about investment, but it was really hard because investors are interested in more technology, software, websites, but they're not interested in physical training that might take more time to make money. So far, I'm actually still going and growing, franchising SheFighter in different locations, and getting partnership from different organizations, and hopefully even I can even manage it all without even having an investor.
And could you tell us a little bit about your interactions with your students? Do you have any anecdotes or success story about the women who are enrolled in your class?
Yes. Our students, they have different stories, but for them to tell you their stories, it takes time, and it takes trust as well. They have to trust that place and trust their coach. So one of the girls, she's actually from Spain, and she was living in Jordan for about 3-4 years. And she was trained almost every day at SheFighter. She was going home at around 11 p.m. By herself at night. And she told me, I was just walking the streets and I heard somebody was chasing me, walking behind me. She got really afraid because she didn't know at that moment how to react. She didn't know the attacker. So she kept on going until he put his hand on her shoulder. What she did, she told me, I just turned, I removed his hand and put on a fighting stance, and he disappeared, he ran away. So just small changes can happen to girls. And there is also big changes, like she defended herself in a really bad situation. So as long as you are doing a change, it's necessary for women.
And finally, last question about the Sciences Po promoted project Women. What difference did it make to you? Do you consider it a valuable experience?
Yes, Sciences Po and the program FAM 2016. I remember it was 2016. It was really important also to network with other women in the region and also in the MENA region, getting to know other women who are working on feminist issues, trying to change things. And you can see the difference between different countries on how they are working on gender and women in their countries. Like, it varies a lot from, let's say, Jordan to Tunisia to Algeria to Lebanon. So it's always important to have a network of women to strengthening each other and support each other on the long run.